Okay, so this is a quick lesson on conditional formatting, and it's really handy when you have a whole bunch of grades, and some of them are high, some of them are low, some of them are zeros, and it's just really hard to think through and say, what is the trend in this data? You know, you could do graphs and all that, but I'm going to use conditional formatting. So I'm going to focus in on really just these quiz grades here. Now I'm going to start out selecting the data. Now, I did include this cell. That's always confusing to folks, but I've started here at this 0 underneath Chapter 1 quiz, and I'm selecting there. I'm on the Home tab, go to Conditional Formatting. I like to use this very first option here, Highlight Cell Rules, and I'm going to start out, I want to find the students who have scored 0. Maybe they didn't even attempt it. Equal to, I put the value in here, 0. Now this is exactly equal, and the default happens to be light red fill with dark red text background, and you can see that around here. Okay? Now I'm going to click away, and look how easy it is for me to see the students, you know, that are really in trouble. Lots of zeros going on here. Now the cool thing about conditional formatting is that it's cumulative. In other words, you can keep layering more conditions. So I'm going to select that range again, conditional, highlight cell rules, and this time I'm going to say between, because this is a 20-point quiz, and I'm concerned about students who made between, well, not 0 as much as just a little above 0. I mean, maybe I could put 0.01, you know, something like that. And 16 out of 20 is an 80%, so I'm going to use that between these two values. And I'm going to put those guys in yellow. So now I can really quickly see who is in, you know, trouble with zeros, how many students are in kind of a borderline category, right? Now, maybe I'm not making this clear with conditional formatting, which is, what if these grades change? What if, for example, this student did not make a 4 on the Chapter 10 quiz? Let me make this bigger. Maybe this student made a 0. All I did was type the new value, and the system looked at the condition and said, hey, it meets a different condition now. What if instead they made a 20? Right? See how now it's just a regular color? Now again, you could stack these up. You have to keep selecting. Well, I'm going to show you a shortcut in a minute. Come up here to Conditional Formatting, Highlight Cell Rules, and now I'm going to say, what if this is greater than, I'm going to say a 19. Well, that means that person has made an A. I'm going to put them in green, and I'm going to click OK. And look, I can see, gosh, how quickly I can see, hey, I only had 3 really good scores in this whole thing, right? You know, now if something changed, you can see the color changes, right? Well, but I did say, you know, greater than, well, there's a 19. And so what if I really wanted that to be greater than or equal to 19? Well, I'm going to select those cells once again. Conditional formatting. Now, each time in the past I've gone to highlight cells. This time I'm going to go down to manage rules. And here I can go in and select whichever rule I want to modify, and I can do edit. So I'm going to select this one for greater than 19, and I'm going to click edit. And instead of greater than, see down here, focus at the bottom, I'm going to say greater than or equal to. So I have kind of some different choices there, right? Greater than or equal to 19. I'm going to say OK. Say apply, and you can already see it in the background there, right? Okay, now here's, get ready for some coolness. Okay, as I continue across, I realize that I should have applied this same formatting to these other grades because I'd like to see this same information. So I'm going to click on any of the cells. It could be any of them. They all know the condition. And up here, there's something called the Format Painter, which is the greatest thing since sliced bread. You're going to click on that. Now, notice that here's the philosophy. I picked a cell, I dipped my brush in it. Now, press and drag. I'm going to paint. Cool. If it's 20, if it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, you see that changing? If it's 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and you see the condition is making that change. Oh, but instead it was 5. So anyway, very useful, makes information just really pop out to you. You can quickly see the trends in the data, which I think it can be very useful. You know, you see when students miss a lot of assignments. And this was not, you know, at all visible. Well, let me go back. All right, I'm undoing. Well, when we were looking at the data like this, right? If you don't like it, you can go in and delete the rules. But the cool thing about that format painter is anytime you have a cell with formatting that you want, you just put your brush on it, hit the format painter, and paint, and it will go away, right? But I like that. All right, thanks. Bye. Oops.